what a wonderful history and heritage associated with Clonakilty pudding. Now, here at the production plant, John Gallagher is in charge, and monitoring and, of course, quality control is so important. John, the pudding has remained traditional, but the facilities are now state-of-the-art.
Absolutely, Piers. We have a state-of-the-art facility here. Our process is very simple. We have two recipes here. We have a black and we have a white, so it's quite a simple process here. That many factories have only two recipes on their books, and we have only two recipes. So we retain much of the old practices that evolved with the historic story with Edward Toomey and Co. and the black pudding, but we have had to modernise a number of the processes to keep up with the times and to increase production. But at the end of the day, the recipe remains the same, the basic process remains the same, and the crew behind me here, a lot of them are with us 10, 15 years, so the people have remained the same as well.
Talk me through the process of making black pudding.
Okay, so there is no real secret to it. The secret is in the ingredients, but the actual process itself is fairly straightforward. There's a couple of basic ingredients in the black pudding. The black pudding is a beef-based product, so we use beef meat in it, and then we use a number of ingredients like onions. We use a peanut oatmeal. We use blood in the production of the black pudding, and of course the secret ingredient, the key ingredient to make the black pudding what it is today is the secret mix of spice that only our managing director Colette Toomey knows. We were down in the room earlier at the other end of the plant, and she goes in there every day and she closes the door and makes up a recipe of spices that she hands to us on a daily basis, and we use this in the production of the black pudding, and that's what makes it so unique. So the process starts off with the intake of the product, where we bring in ingredients in various stages. We use frozen ingredients, chilled ingredients, and ambient ingredients. The frozen ingredients would be the meat or the beef. The chilled ingredients would be the onions, and the dry or the ambient ingredients would be the things like the peanut oatmeal from Flavins in Waterford. We then weigh and start mixing that process by hand. We still weigh by hand, so we're still part of the process still is a throwback to the old traditional days where we were still hand weighing a lot of these ingredients because we're producing in batches. The stage or the process then moves on to the mixing stage, where we move to a machine called the bowl chopper. So this machine, all the ingredients are put into this machine. The machine mixes on a program. The operator uses his judgment to see when the pudding is mixed to perfection, and then we take it off the bowl chopper and we move it over to the clipping machines. On the clipping machines, the product is clipped in a plastic casing if it's a product with a 6-month shelf life, and it's clipped into natural casing if it's a shorter shelf life product. The product is then taken to the cookers, where it's cooked and then cooled, and it's brought into the room in behind me here in the packing area, where you can see these people working here, and it's labelled and packaged for all the main multiples and our customers.
Talk to me about the workforce that are here and how important that is.
The workforce, and it might be a cliche, but the workforce is crucial to us. Okay, we feel as if we're part of a family here. Okay, a lot of the workers are here 10, 15 years plus, so they have good service given to the company. They've come through, seen it from the early days, so a lot of the workers here have grown with the product. They've seen the changes that have taken place, but at the end of the day, our workers are key to producing a quality product on time, delivered on time to the customers, and that's from the people working at one end of the plant to the people right up to the people who are loading the trucks and the office girls, the people in the sales team. So it's a real team effort here.
The key to Clonakilty Blackpudding success is the taste. It's what makes us unique. The taste, the texture, and people travel a long way to get it. Eddie Toomey would have championed black pudding, or his black pudding, in the 80s. He changed people's perception in Ireland single-handedly to one of a gourmet product. And he went to a lot of key restaurants in Ireland selling his black pudding, and they put it on the menu, and one thing led to another, and it is and has the name today because of that. Our major focus for last year and this year is the UK. To succeed with an Irish brand in the UK, you must have something special. So our packaging in the UK is much more premium. It's in a boxed packaging rather than in the traditional chub that you are familiar with in the Irish market. We've been quite successful there with listings in Waitrose, Morrison's, Tesco, Budgeons. They're the main four retailers that we're in. We're also recently in the Ocado, which is an online offering, along with a wide range of independent farm shops and retailers, mainly in London. To grow the market in the UK, we have to not only grow Clonakilty, we have to grow the profile of pudding, and then as the pudding market grows in the UK, make sure that Clonakilty are the ones to tap into that. After the UK, Australia was our next target. There is a substantial demand there from the expat Irish community, and to a lesser extent the UK and other expat communities who are basically looking for that taste of home. Most people in Australia now who are ordering online whip out the phone, which is, I'd love an Irish breakfast, I'd love Clonakilty Saturday morning. They go bang, bang, bang. They have an account set up, and there it is, in it comes 24 hours later. We also have our eye on the US market. We have done a little research at them to date. We know it's not as simple as just rocking in. It's to do with agents and a different way of doing business over there. But we're hopeful, and we see a big opportunity there with, again, the big Irish expat community, particularly in New York, Boston, Chicago. Our target in the next 5 years is to deliver a taste of home in the form of Clonakilty Blackpudding to people wherever they are in the world.